Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do yet another acne update video. I feel like you guys are gonna be sick of these, but people keep asking me. My face is still breaking out, so it's obviously not really doing anything different. I guess the only thing I really do have to update you guys on though is that I'm no longer taking Spironolactone. Spironolactone worked for me the first few months when I was on that lower dosage, and then after I doubled it and went back down, it just like wreaked havoc on my body. My skin broke out worse when I was on the higher dosage. I was on 100 milligrams at that point. I started at 50 milligrams. And when I went back down, like after I was off the medicine and then I decided to go back on, it still was messing with my body. It was messing with my menstrual cycle. It was just not a fun time. My skin was just breaking out terribly. So I just decided to go off it, because why am I gonna be on something that's making my skin act the exact same way it would if I was off of it? So, and I gotta say, to be honest, like my skin is like better now than it was when I was on it for a while there. And I know my skin, like, it's not great, I know that, but it's better than it was at its worst, if that makes sense. So to me, I'm like, yeah, this is improvement. I probably will still go see a dermatologist. I know I mentioned that in like all of my other videos, but like, here's what happened. So I actually did schedule a dermatologist appointment, and it was like on Halloween last year, and I forgot that I had class that day, and the appointment was like at 8 a.m. or something, and I like slept in. So I just forgot that I had this appointment, and I was just too embarrassed to call and be like, hey, so I forgot. So I just like never went back there. But my mom's actually seeing a dermatologist right now, and apparently through her insurance, I could just see them without a referral. So long story short, I'm probably gonna go see that dermatologist in the near future. Long story short, I'm not on Spironolactone. Right now, everything that I'm doing for my skin is just through skincare. I do see some products that are helping, some that don't do anything. So, you know, I'll go ahead and run through some of my favorite products. I have them like all lined up here, so I keep like glancing over. The things that I have experienced with my skin is, at this point, I feel like I really just need to see somebody who knows more than I do. And I don't need to hear any more of your guys' natural remedies. I really don't. And I feel like a lot of people who have acne can relate to this, and yet I don't know why so many people who do have acne feel the need to comment on my videos telling me what supplements I need to take or how bad the medicines that I'm on are. Like, I didn't ask for your opinion. If I did, you know, it would be a different story, but I don't remember asking for them. And it's also just kind of ridiculous that I have people, you know, coming to my videos and telling me how terrible the medicines that I'm on are and how they're doing all these horrible things to my body. Like, you think I didn't look up anything about them before I started them? Do you really think I wouldn't consider what it can do to me? I mean, it's annoying. I'm no longer on those medicines, so it shouldn't even matter, but I don't need to hear anything about like how it's messing with my hormone levels. Of course it is. That's why I was on them, to fix my hormonal acne. Did anybody consider that? And that's not even Spironolactone's main thing. Spironolactone is a diuretic, so it's gonna make you pee a lot more, basically. It's meant for lowering blood pressure. Just one of the side effects is that it lowers androgen levels. So it lowers like the amount of testosterone and DHT that your body produces. Therefore, cutting down on this acne, and that's what the plan was, but it didn't work out for me. That doesn't mean it's a terrible medicine, okay? Like, a lot of people use Spironolactone for a lot of different reasons. It just blows my mind that people think that they can just come in here telling me like that I don't know. It just drives me crazy. I straight up ignore comments whenever people are telling me, you know, about the medicine acting like they know more than I do. Like, of course I've done my research. Why wouldn't I do my research on something that I'm taking? Just, I don't know. It just drives me crazy. And I also really don't need to hear any more of like these natural supplements and like, oh, if you just drink more water. You think I don't drink water? What's that in the background? Voss. Okay, that was because I was feeling bougie yesterday and I also didn't have water, and that was the only water that TJ Maxx had. Don't judge me. Listen, anybody who has had acne can relate to like hearing all the stupid, just don't touch your face. It'll go away. Really? You think I'm just touching my face all day? You think that's what I do? No? Well, if you just use tea tree oil, you think I haven't tried that? You think I haven't tried that? Well, if you just try, you know, this... If you just add this supplement, honey, No. These are things I hear in real life too, not just like on my comments, but you can do everything good for your body and your body still won't like it. Your body still won't appreciate it. I really don't appreciate the comments anymore. It's just like, oh, this is like such a rant at this point. The whole update is just me like bitching at you guys. I'm sorry. But anyways, yeah, no, my skin is better and worse right now. It's a little weird right now, but I think I'm about to start my period. There are things that I notice that will cause my skin to get worse, like if I'm drinking, you know, so I just don't party as much and then my skin clears up. So it's like, okay, cool, like whatever. And I don't even do that very much because I'm in school right now. Also, another problem is a lot of people just like want to tell me, you know, start using products that are oil free and do this for like your oily skin. I don't have oily skin. I do not have oily skin. If you see any shine, that's from my moisturizers that I am piling on my face because I have very, very dry skin. It's ridiculous how dry my skin is. Actually, I had to stop using some of my acne topical treatments because of how dry my skin got. Let's go take a look at some of my favorite products for acne. Most of these products I'm about to talk about are gonna be for dry skin, but I feel like it's kind of useful to like hear about people who have dry skin with acne. I don't know. Everybody that I see on YouTube is like Oil City USA and like, you know, they're going on like Accutane, and it's like, I don't think that that will ever help me because my skin is so dry that it's just gonna make me a literal desert. And my skin already does that for me on its own. I have 5 products here that I just want to kind of briefly talk about, but let's get into the acne ones first. Differin. I have been hearing everybody talk about Differin because this apparently used to be prescription only and now it's available over the counter. I used this for like 1 or 2 days or something like that and my skin dried out like crazy. So I don't know if it was this. I ended up just like taking it out of my skincare and I had a huge issue. My skin dried out, turned flaky, disgusting. I couldn't wear makeup. It was terrible. It was basically like my skin was scabbing up from being so dry. So I'm assuming it's from Differin. I don't know. I want to try this again when my skin is a little bit more hydrated. My skin is still recovering from that situation, so I have not been using this or my other acne treatment, which I actually do know and I swear by, and I've mentioned it before. For those of you guys who don't know, Differin is a retinol based product, and retinols are great for anti-aging, but it's also just like a skin resurfacing kind of ingredient. So this is one that a lot of dermatologists do swear by, but in my experience, it just wasn't for me. So we're gonna just put that away. So another product that I've mentioned before and I absolutely love is the Murad Acne Clearing Solution. This is a salicylic acid acne treatment. It's a 0.5 percentage, so it's a very small amount of, well, it's not really small. It's still active, but it's not as intense as some other treatments. So I feel like this is a good one just to apply it over the entire face, which is what I use it for. Again, I've had to stop using this just because of how dry my skin got. And again, I think that is because I stopped using this one and I switched out for Differin. And then that's when my skin got crazy. So I think it's the Differin, but I don't know. I do want to try it because I have heard really good stories on that. So I don't know what's going on with that, but my skin broke out so bad that I'm like, this is not worth it. I think I might try working Differin in like every other day or something like that eventually, or maybe like once a week, start it once a week, then twice, then 3 times, you know what I'm saying? But as for now, it's just not something that I am gonna do because my skin is suffering. But yeah, this one is the acne product that I've been swearing by for like 2 years now. I do notice a difference when I use this. I mean, obviously I do still have acne, but it's gotten better. It's gotten a lot better when I use that. Well, maybe not a lot better, but I see improvement when I use it. So these next 3 products are ones that I use when I have really disgustingly dry skin, which is why I want to mention them because acne products can dry you out a lot. So this is the Andalou Naturals Fruit Stem Cell Revitalize Serum. I have had so many people ask me about this because I've mentioned this in my dark circle video. This is literally my favorite serum. It's just super hydrating. It's supposed to be anti-aging, age-defying. That's what it says. It's supposed to be anti-aging. I don't know. I just noticed that it's super hydrating and it plumps up the skin a lot. So this is one that I use. I can't use it when my skin gets extremely, extremely dry because it will kind of sting a little bit. And that is something that I've experienced recently. I think it's also the change of weather. This is kind of just like a skincare talk now, but yeah, whenever the weather starts getting a little bit colder, my face just like freaks out and it just wants to do crazy things, such as, you know, scab up, which is so gross. Another one of my favorite products for when my skin is super, super dry is the Tarte Maracuja Oil. I, honest to God, like I had like a tiny little bottle sample, like literally this big, and I used it like once last year and I was like, I don't get this. And then my skin got really, really dry and I used it like all over my face, that little sample, and I was like obsessed. So whenever my skin gets super, super dry, I do use Maracuja oil, but what I've been doing lately is I use it at night, and I don't know why, but I do notice a difference with my acne when I use Maracuja oil. The only thing is I don't think I can really use this under makeup because I do use a lot, and typically whenever I try to mix an oil with like my foundation or something like that, even just mixing it, not even like putting it underneath, it like oxidizes it, it makes it go really dark. So I don't use it for underneath my makeup, but I do wear this at night, and my skin like always looks so like supple in the morning and really hydrated. So this is just like, I notice a difference in my acne when I do use this consistently. So yeah, although I am breaking out a little bit right now, like I swear like 2 days ago my skin was like at one of its best days. I just couldn't find a tripod, so I couldn't film it. So, but it's okay. Listen, my skin goes up and down. I feel like everybody's does, so I don't know. Anyways, I really swear by this. If you get really, really dry skin and you have acne, I would try this. I know using oil sometimes freaks people out, but I like it. It does great things for my skin. And then the last product that I have just to mention is the Shea Moisture Raw Shea Butter Anti-Aging Moisturizer. I think I've mentioned this in one of my other videos. It's super, super thick. I don't even know where you can buy it anymore because they stopped selling it at Target, and I don't, like, there's not really other stores in my area that sell Shea Moisture, unfortunately. So I might just see if they still sell this online, but this is by far like one of my favorite moisturizers ever. It's gonna sound kind of weird. It does feel like waxy, so I find that this isn't one necessarily to put on to have hydration, but it's more one to like lock in hydration. So if I'm super dry, I'll put the oil on first, or sometimes I'll use serum, oil, and then put this on kind of just to lock everything in. So just some things to consider. And then as for like facial cleansers and stuff like that, I don't use anything with any active ingredients. I find that if I use like a cleanser or even a toner with any like salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, anything like that, it does dry my skin out a lot more than it needs to. I think the reason that my skin got super dry a few weeks ago is because I was using a toner that had salicylic acid in it. So just something to be aware about is try to maybe like tone it down if you're using a lot of them and not seeing any results, because I also noticed that like when I use a lot of acne products, my skin gets worse. So yeah, this was more of a rant than anything. Moral of the story is I probably won't do another update until I actually do something different, because it's weird to me that people were asking me to do another update and I'm like, nothing's really changed. I'm not on a medicine anymore. I'm basically at square one again. It is what it is. Some days my skin looks good, some days it looks terrible. It's just how it is. I'm kind of at this point where I'm getting used to my acne and it's not so much of an inconvenience anymore, I guess. I mean, it's still annoying and I still want to cover it up, but I'm just like, it's my face. It's gonna do what it wants. And I'm trying to become a little bit more confident without wearing loads and loads of makeup, and I feel like that's probably what's helping me not care about it as much. So, you know, I'll keep doing what I can for it, but it's gonna do what it's gonna do. You know, there's only so much I can do. That is a lot of me repeating myself, so I hope this video isn't too repetitive. I hope it helped you out in some way. If you have any questions, of course, leave them down below. Please don't leave your suggestions because I don't want to hear them. No shade whatsoever. I mean, if you have anything to say about any of the products I used, for sure, but like, please don't put your 2 cents in about Spironolactone. I have had enough. I have had enough. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and yeah, I'll do another update whenever I feel like it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.